Do you know how much brainwashing it takes to make a people believe that they deserved to endure slavery, let alone their God ordained it? Hebrew Israelites, come on in the room and let me talk to you. I'm not here to convince you, but I will poke holes in your narratives. All the great Nubian civilizations and empires that existed before, during, and after the reign of the Israelites, and you want to reduce yourself to one tribe of Judah. Why? Is it because you feel as though you never had anything and you so badly want to attach yourself to the Holy Bible so you, for once, can be chosen? There was Kemet, Cush, Congo, Zimbabwe, Benin, Mali, etc. And you think all so-called black people came from one rinky-dink tribe, when in fact, all so-called black people's ancestors never boarded a slave ship. See, y'all use Deuteronomy 28 to suggest the curses of disobedience are talking about your people today, but I'm pretty sure it was referring to the ancient Israelites who endured their own slavery multiple times over. The Israelites were enslaved and scattered across empires to foreign nations multiple times. It didn't happen just one time in history. It happened in the Assyrian conquest, in the Babylonian conquest, in the Roman conquest. It happened other times. You must do your homework. The Bible says the descendants of Abraham will be enslaved for 400 years. According to my math, the transatlantic slave trade began in 1502, which is 524 years ago. Though your people still aren't in chains, they're very much so still mentally enslaved and at the bottom of the food chain. Where's your God at? He's an on-time God, right? You identifying with curses is trauma-based thinking. All those great civilizations and empires that existed that you very well could have derived from, but all because you want to go to an imaginary heaven, you're a self-proclaimed Hebrew Israelite. That's what you call witchcraft.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, shalom to my AHPARYAM, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as the speckled brother may look at the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with no lesson. Today's lesson, I want to go into this video that she had, this one was talking. Where this one was talking, Slakia, freaking stuttering. Anyway, the main thing here is that she's basically trying to, what's it called? I don't know. I guess convince is the best way, because it's like her grievance or her complaint is, why are we trying to go against quote unquote trauma-based relating or something, or trauma-based thinking, when that's not really even the thing. And you know, that's something that I personally don't like to hear, and it really takes away from objective facts. And the thing about that I hate is that people are always trying to erase the fact that we, as the so-called black people, or no, let me correct myself, us Israelites, because I don't know if a lot of people know this, and I did multiple videos on this, by the way, where there's a lot of different ethnic nations of people that went in slavery through the transatlantic slave trade. So number one, obviously you have the so-called black people. You also have the South Americans. All right. There's also the Ainu in Japan. There's also, for a time, I'm not saying that the Chinese are Israelites, but I'm saying that Chinese kind of went through a bit of slavery in America, as a matter of fact, funnily enough, where they had to go through, they were basically like secondary slaves on the American railroad and stuff like that. So there's all these different, and also the Native Americans, they also went through that thing. So the thing that I'm getting at is that, how is it that all these different things happen, all this stuff happened to us, and we are still at the bottom of the food chain? And And the scriptures literally tell us, let's actually get that in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45, I think. 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he command thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. And it's not just that. It's not just the Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. It's everything. All these curses happen to us. All right. Slaki, even with us so-called black people, we don't have our own wealth. We don't have our own nation of black or something like that. Like all that stuff. It's like all we are just a color. Like and even the moniker African American, African Canadian, African whatever, African something, African as a prefix. That's not even a country. Africa is not a country, just as Sarah Palin thought, which is crazy, by the way. But Sarah Palin thought that Africa was a country up until that one, whatever. Main thing, you get the point that I'm getting at, is that we are not. Where in Africa are we from? Where are we from? Nigeria, Egypt, something, so on, so forth, and stuff like that. But no, instead we are. You have these Jakes, these demons that want to just completely erase slavery, to wash Esau's hands and make him exempt from being accountable for the things that he did. So people, and again, why is it that Esau can get away with doing whatever he wants? Esau can be exempt. Esau doesn't have to pay for things. Esau can still be number one in everything in the world. But when it comes to us, then okay, well, all that's not. We deserve the being second fiddle. We deserve being second class citizens, being at the bottom, being treated like garbage, being oppressed, not getting any reparations. But let the Chinese can get reparations. I think it was in 2021 or 2020 when they had the Stop Asian Hate, and then literally Chinese people got, or Asian people, I think, all together got reparations. And then you also have the multitude of reparations that the untouchable community always gets. So how is it that everyone can get this, or everyone can have justice for them, but when it comes to us, oh no, we're not allowed to have justice. We always have to make sure that the so-called that the Israelites, not just the so-called blacks, but the Israelites in general are not exempt from that. Okay, are not exempt. It's are not going to get any kind of recompense or reparations for the evil that was done onto us. All right. So again, this is a sign. This was for us to signify that yes, this is how we tell that we are the Israelites. It's not a matter. It's not just a simple matter of we're trying to relate to something or something like that. No, it is far beyond that. And it's like the thing. It's like think about like this. If you were told that, okay, well, if a shooting star is gonna land in front of, and the funny thing about that, as a matter of fact, Slovakia, the funny thing about that is they always use that in media. Like, oh, there's some prophecy, or there's some this, there's some that, or whatever. Oh, whenever you see the specific thing in the sky, or whenever you see this whatever thing, or whatever, to shine bright or whatever, then you know then that signifies that it's time for this, it's time for that, and stuff like that. But for us, whenever anything even so much as relates to us, then it doesn't matter, it doesn't count, is that disqualified, stop talking or stop associating that with you, or stuff like that. And it's absolutely ridiculous for us to to think like that. All right. So continuing on, Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. MANASHAH, it is imperative that we acknowledge and know who we are, because this is not no Christianity or religion. And also, speaking of Christianity, she wasn't even talking about Christianity. She just went straight to Israelites, even though she was complaining and bitching about religion in general. But she decided, oh, I need to make a video specifically only about the Israelites out of all the millions of things. Okay, it's like everyone always and only has beef with Israelites rather than most else of anything else. All right, so continue. We're going back to the precepts. Isaiah chapter 3 verse 24, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, that there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle for a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and instead of burning instead of beauty, slakia. So over here, one of the things here is that this is one of the curses that was going to be on the heads of Israelite women, where their hair was if you've seen some Israelite women, they need weave, they wear wigs, their hair's all kinds of fucked up. There's no the beauty is gone because of one reason or another. I'm not gonna lie, scientifically I don't even fully know the full details on that, so I can't really say in terms of as of a field of expertise. But I do know, and I have seen how even with those world star videos that I saw a long ass time ago, what happened was in those fights, these women, they take off their wigs and stuff like that in order to fight, and because of X, Y, and Z, or some stuff that's going on. All right, where again, this is what is the norm. This is a bit of the signifying things that determines, okay, we are the Israelites, because we can see through prophecy that, okay, well, this is happening. Obviously there's a link to it, there's a reason behind it. All right, so continuing on. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. I pray this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, double honors to the elders and apostles, great most son of God, and shalom.